Coming up on this episode of Solution-Based Community presents The Get Together, Open Relationships, No Church in the Wild. So if I'm in a monogamous relationship, then the relationship rules are that I have sex with you, you have sex with me, and we don't have sex with anyone else.
All right. Polyamory, and we participate in a closed triad when we're in a relationship, which is just 3 people monogamous with each other.
Everyone knew about the other. So if he was talking to a woman, he would show me, hey, look what she said. What do you think I should say? And vice versa.
That's the person that I'm seeing. That's the person that I'm spending time with and sexually involved in. But we have no obligation to each other. We're not together.
My thing is when the motherfuckers say they in an open relationship where you come over to my barbecue with 2 of your wives, I'm like, motherfucker, what you doing? You ain't nah, You ain't trying to hug on my wife with their kids and shit like that and start recruiting and shit. I'm feeling the whole, Black History shirt vibe, King, you got on and shit like that, right? But the Christmas tree in the background is fucking killing me.
Don't do that.
I'm down like yesterday.
Don't do that. My
yeah.
This shit is killing me.
Yeah.
I want the rest of the decorations for my Christmas tree. Winter Wonderland.
Look, I was supposed to be taken down, but I got sidetracked. And
how many? You got sidetracked for fucking 3 months, like 2-3 months. Like this is what happens.
It happens, man. I don't know what to tell you.
When does it happen? All right, fuck it. I'm not doing this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. One time, I had my tree up till like June, yo.
Oh God. Sure.
First off, okay, let me just tell you something. I'm a big Christmas fan.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. I'm like Clark Griswold when it comes to Christmas. Like, I get stupid.
First of all, I don't even know who fuck Clark Griswold is.
You're not gonna know who Clark Griswold is.
Huh?
Disrespect.
Because first of all,
yo,
I don't
flag somebody.
Huh? What are you talking about?
How you not know who Clark Griswold is? Christmas Vacation?
Griswold.
Huh?
Christmas Vacation?
Man, it was in there. I know what you're talking about. It wasn't enough black people in that damn movie for me to watch that shit.
Welcome back to another episode of the Solution-Based Community Podcast. This is The Get Together. I'm your man, King, and with me as always is my brother, the Elder Herb. What's good, bro?
Peace,
Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. And this new season we got right now, season 2, so first and foremost, we want to thank everybody for supporting,
yes, sir.
For coming out and being a part of the first season. It was a great success. And we back with season 2. And right off the bat, we're going to come back with a great episode, No Church in the Wild. We're going to talk about some open relationships. Okay, yes, and to get into that today, we got some great community members. My brother, first off, all the way out in Vegas, my man Sean Bennett. What's up, OG?
What's good?
Peace,
right.
bro.
Hello, Queens.
Yeah. All right, and we got my homie from round the corner, Candace Felder in the building. What's up, Candace?
Hello.
How you doing, fam? Peace.
All right, and of course,
all right.
Sis, my family, Atula guy went back in the building. What up, Tula?
My girl. What up, Tula? Peace, Queen.
Happy belated birthday also on top of that.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Now, today's episode, like I said, is called No Church in the Wild. We're going to talk about open relationships. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody that you can catch this episode and all of our content on our new website, www.solutionbasedcommunity.com. Log on there, check out all the content, all the audio, or you can hit the links and tune in on your favorite podcast platforms.
Yes, sir.
Now, Elder Herb.
Yes, sir.
We talked about this a while last season.
Yeah, and I wasn't with it. I wasn't with the shit. I wasn't with the shit at all. I said, this is bullshit. I'm going to go get some rosary beads. I don't even like rosary beads. I was going to get some rosary beads and some shit, some holy oil or some shit. I was going to do some shit that I normally wouldn't do. You know what I mean? But go ahead, K. You got this shit, man. Go ahead. I might still ain't be with this shit. Well, you got me fucking my damn language up. I said I still ain't be with this shit.
I mean, it just sounded like normal. So I didn't pick up on it until you said it.
All right, you know what? All right, I got you.
Now there's a lot of different types of relationships, that people go through and people deal with. And as you grow, you get to experience a lot of different things. A
lot of dancing though, man.
What you mean?
That's a lot of dancing. I mean, you dancing around the shit as we grow and it's some umbrella ass shit, man.
Well, it's not umbrella, it's a reality. Right?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead. All right. Okay.
Everybody ain't with everything, right?
Okay. O and K. That's what I say.
Now, here's some of the things that we that we came up with. Right now, open relationships is one where an established couple has a mutually agreed to share a non-monogamous lifestyle. Now, this includes either both parties having other sexual and or romantic partners. This type of relationship is carried out with the consent and knowledge of all parties involved. Otherwise, it is considered infidelity.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Non-monogamous and then infidel. Wait a minute. You said this shit in the same paragraph. Non-monogamous, if I'm saying this shit right.
You got that right, actually.
In infidelity.
Yeah.
How the fuck that shit's ain't that what they call that, oxymoron? That's what they call that shit, right?
That's cheating, man.
Huh?
It's just cheating.
No, I said, all right, well, listen, if you say one, it ain't tomato, motherfucker. It's if you saying non-monogamous, right?
Right.
And then you saying infidelity,
right.
Like what the fuck is we talking about here?
What you talking about?
You know what I mean? We agreed to play unfair, but you said I'm cheating. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, no, because there are rules. There are rules.
Rules to cheating.
If it's not cheating, see, that's
the fuck out of here. See? Fuck that shit. This is why the fuck I was about this shit in the first place.
Because
y'all gonna educate me today.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, please educate me on this shit. That's what we're gonna
be here for. So, basically, any type of relationship that you enter into is going to have some kind of rules on how the relationship is supposed to operate.
Sure.
And when you go through and when you go outside of those rules, then you have committed a sin against that situation that you got. Now, okay. When you deal with open relationships, for instance, you got swinger lifestyle, you got polygamy, you got just people that they got stuff that now they don't even just want to have, they don't want to have a name for it. They just want to do what they want to do and don't even be labeled, but all of those operate within some kind of rule. If everybody agrees to those rules, then that's where the groundwork is. And if you go outside of that, then that's where the infidelity is considered. So if I'm in a monogamous relationship, then the relationship rules are that I have sex with you, you have sex with me, and we don't have sex with anyone else, regardless of whatever happens.
So and if you said, but then you put that word non, like this the shit that fucked me up. You got to slow shit down for me. You said non-monogamous, and then you said monogamous, right?
Non-monogamous.
So you put it together. It said non-monogamous, and then you said something about infidelity.
Correct.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna sit back and listen. I don't. What the fuck? I'm gonna sit back. I'm all ears.
I'm gonna go around and ask the crew real quick. Candace, what do you consider infidelity?
I feel as though infidelity is when you break a trust. And in my situation.
Wait a minute. No. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off. Let's we're gonna get into the situation in a second, right? I don't want to get into the situation because that's the actual meat of the shit. You said what King, what the question you asked?
I said, what do you consider infidelity?
And you said breaking trust. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask that Atula, can you give me your definition of that?
It's basically, a disrespect of, established boundaries, whatever boundaries you've set for each other. And when you go and step outside of that, whether it be physical, emotional, it's, you set those boundaries. And once you step outside of that, that's an infidelity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sean.
Okay.
I concur with the two queens. We talk about, I expect it to be held to that standard. If you decide something different, I need to be caught up to speed that your heart or your mind has changed before the action happens. If it doesn't, infidelity.
Agree. Right. Now, see, there's different types of relationships. So,
yeah, okay, okay, that's something else I'm learning for the slow class. Right. But go ahead.
There are different types of open relationships, right? That we talk about ears. Now. Which one do you subscribe to, Sean?
Me and my woman participate in, we call it polyamory.
Hold up. Hold on, I got to. Can you spell that, please?
Polyamours, I believe.
Wait, you believe? How you gonna participate in some shit you don't know what you spell it? And you don't know how to spell the shit.
Amory. Huh? I'm not a great speller.
And sometimes I got you. Thank you, my brother.
So we have polyamory, and we participate in a closed triad when we're in a relationship, which is just 3 people monogamous with each other.
Wait a minute, polyamory, like Pollyanna, like Pollyanna, like a Christmas Pollyanna.
Not to be confused with polygamy. Please don't confuse that. My biggest trigger.
Okay, so explain to us what the difference is, brother. I would like to know that.
Polygamy is where a man has a bunch of women he hopefully is married to, but they do not interact with each other romantically or physically. And anyone I date, we all are involved together in every way.
Everybody just right there, just together, just
right there.
No, you know what I mean? Like just right there. Okay. All right. So this is the polyamory.
Mm-hmm.
My version of it. There's
your version. Oh, okay. You did the remix. You did.
All right. Now explain to us, if you can, some of the rules.
For us, like I said, everybody does it a little different. I have friends that it's 2 guys and 1 girl. So obviously it's going to be different, but for our relationship, it's all about communication. Every 3 months we get together. We have something called a maintenance talk where we, like checking up on your car. We do a little maintenance, like, hey, what's going on? Is anybody I need to know about? You looking at somebody new? Are you still comfortable with what I'm doing? Has anything changed? And other than that, it's like a regular relationship, go out on dates, have fun, try to spend a lot of group settings, but it's imperative that you have your one-on-one time with each partner or it's just not going to work.
Mm-hmm. I think that's regardless of whatever lifestyle it is, I think that's a fantastic idea, honestly. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting educated. I'm getting educated.
Fact. Now, Candace, what about yourself?
For me, it wasn't polyamorous, but we were, swingers. So we would either with married couples or sometimes it may be another man. He is 100% heterosexual. So it was about me interacting with the other gentleman. However, we would talk about it. We'll discuss everything that we did, whether it was communications online, texting, anything like that. Everyone knew about the other. So if he was talking to a woman, he would show me, hey, look what she said. What do you think I should say? And vice versa. We were very open about it because I felt as though, both of us, we felt as though when you start to hide things or keep stuff to yourself, it's a trust issue. So we kept everything on the table. When we would go out, it was always well, what do you think about this person? Can you see yourself with that person? That type of thing. And our rules were always stay in communication. You never dealt with anybody without the other's approval. And because it may be a thing, not a thing of me feeling threatened in any way, not at all, but it may be, I say, you know what? I'm not getting a good vibe off of this person, and they may potentially bring harm to us. If I say no, say no more, we'll move on to the next, and vice versa. So I really like that about it. And then also every encounter, whether we had parties, whether we had a couple come in, or we would have like a group thing, afterwards, there was always a discussion. What did you like about the situation? What didn't you like about it? What do you think we can do to improve it? Or is it as is? Is this somebody that we can have a reoccurring situation with? So
wow. So let me ask you something, like a counter question, because my man Sean say everybody is we one big thing. It's like they all together with this thing, right? Like, yo, high five, and he, this shit. So it's just you and him, but a little bit of sprinkle here, sprinkle there. Like, yo, what you think about that too? We're gonna jump on that. And what you think about this? All right, fuck it, we're gonna have to just party, and everybody just da 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 da. You know what I mean? Just everywhere, just everything.
Well, not, so to speak, but with us, one of our main rules is nothing is done outside of the other. Meaning, if he did meet somebody that he was interested in, we did everything together. It wasn't because, like, for me, my kink was I'm turned on by how he responds to other people and vice versa. So it's not him saying, I like this person and we're going to meet up later on. No.
Okay.
I see what you're doing. I know you're here. Let's have some drinks. Let's eat some food. Let's go out, whatever.
But you're eating some food and eating a few other things. But go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, so it was like, it was very open, but still, like, to this day. And the funny part is we're not even together anymore, but it has nothing to do with this particular lifestyle. However, to this day, everybody that we've ever dealt with, still friends, very calm, because it was always like a family feel.
So it's a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Yeah, it is. Now I had experience in that lifestyle as well a little while ago, and she's right. It's a family, a family situation. Like, everybody is really cool and you become really good friends and
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. All
now,
right.
Atula, what kind of relationship do you subscribe to?
I don't know that I would consider it necessarily an open relationship, because it's never really, not a relationship. It's more of, one person typically that's the person that I'm seeing, that's the person that I'm spending time with and sexually involved in, but we have no obligation to each other. We're not together. It's just serial hookups, I guess, or whatever, but we're friends. It's friends with benefits type of thing. But it's, if you're seeing someone else, as long as you're smart about it, we're safe. I don't ask questions. I don't care, because I'm not trying to necessarily spend the rest of my life with you. It's just that you're someone that I enjoy, and we're in the moment, and we're friends. And if it changes and it gets to that point where you felt like you've met someone that you can see yourself being with permanently, or that you want to move on, then we can do that. There's no hard feelings or anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you said to do like, yo, you just here for this thing here. You are somebody that I'm repeating this act with.
Yes.
This sexual act with. But at any given time, you choose to move on. I really don't give two fucks about you. You can move on, and I'm gonna give you a high five, and on to the next one type of situation. I'm trying to phrase it as like question type situation.
I mean, it's similar to that. I mean, I wouldn't say it's that I don't give two fucks about, because it's not someone that.
All right, so one fuck. I don't give one. No, a couple of fucks.
It's a person that it's like, okay, you know, definitely our relationship will change, but it's like you're someone that I consider a friend. It's not something that, you know, if we go and our relationship changes where, you know, and I understand if we can't continue to see each other or be social with each other or keep up with each other because you've moved on, but it's not something where it's like, I can't shift to a platonic relationship with you because you're not, you know, someone that if it was someone that I wanted to be with, then it would be different. We wouldn't be in a situation where we didn't have a commitment with each other.
Got it.
Someone that I can see, we're friends, we're cool, we enjoy, you know, each other physically, but long term, we're not right for each other.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it appears to me that your particular thing, or I don't know how you want to say, with the relationship, the quote unquote relationship, because it is a relationship, because it's an agreement. You know what I mean? I got a relationship with the motherfucking checkout person at the counter. You know what I mean? Because it's a quick transaction or whatever have you. It's a relationship. So your relationship is more of a, all right, here, this is what we do. This is our role here, is just in and out. You have sex, you know, we have serial sex, not sex with cereal, but we have serial sex.
Mike could do that too.
Now that's some weird ass shit. That's some weird ass shit. That's where. But I understand that, right? Yours is more like not too clingish. You know what I mean? Now, with Candace and Sean, they have some cling. This is my understanding. Y'all
they have
correct me if I. Yeah, I would.
They
Yeah,
have commitment.
I would. Yeah, they have a different type of commitment. Understand? Even though you gotta understand it too. He understands, like, yo, it just is. You know, we fucking. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be where it's at. They have a different understanding, meaning that this is more of an intimate type of relationship, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the infidelity part. Now your shit would just be breaking the rule, right, Atula? Your shit would just be out of you out of pocket, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
There's no expectation of. I mean, there's set boundaries there, and so there's no expectation of monogamy. There's no expectation of, oh, you're not spending time with someone else. The only expectation is, and not even an expectation, the only thing is that, you know, I'd appreciate, you know, be honest. If you're, you know, okay, if you're seeing someone else, you're seeing someone else. But it's not an expectation. It's not like, oh, I'm the only person that you're seeing. It's an expectation that, or you're the only person that I'm seeing. Typically it is going to be that way because I'm, you know, if I'm going to be seeing someone else, then I don't need you. I can, you know, I'll move on to the next. And that's the person, you know, that's the only person that I'm going to be seeing. But I, you know, until I get to that point where it's like, okay, that's the person I'm with, there's no expectation. It's just kind of a courtesy of being honest about what I'm doing or what you're doing. But, you know, if we get to that point where it's like, okay, I want to be exclusive now, and it's just you and me, then that's a totally different discussion. But typically, that's not a discussion that I typically have.
I got you. And that's what, and by you breaking it down like that, I do understand a lot more, you know, and there is some similarities. Like I said, it's some differences. Everybody's similarity is rules.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's similarity is rules. And our differences are, Candace said, anything y'all do together. You know what I mean? And Sean, that's a similarity with Sean too, because Sean said everything y'all do together, right, Sean? And then y'all have powwow meetings and shit.
Yeah, she goes on dates without me. She goes on dates without me, and vice versa. But
she does.
Yeah, you know, a lot of single women do not want to be bombarded by two people on a date. We want you. That's intimidating. So sometimes she, you know, she'll go do her thing and she'll try to sell me, tell the good qualities of her man, and you know, I'll talk to her.
Sell you to the what? Wait a minute, hold on.
sell me, sell me, like upsell me. I have
talk him up, man. Talk him
up. Yeah.
Wingman.
And I do the same thing.
Wingman, absolutely.
Wing, I don't. Y'all just made me not want like wings no more. And the wings was my thing. And I'm not gonna eat wings anymore. I'm done with wings. Listen, I want to share some research with you guys. I mean, just some shit that I was being nosy. And I did some research, and I just fumbled on some shit that I found that was hilariously educating. You know what I mean? And I wanted to know you guys' take on this, right? It was the 4 F's, right? And the 4 F's that I read in this article was friends, family, fucking, and finance. And all of these 4 F's there was like, all right, well, basically the article said that, yo, you get these 4 F's down, Pat, you know what I mean? Then shit will be, it'll have some type of stability. You know what I mean? Clinicians call it homeostasis, balance, right? So they said, all right, they said, all right, the relationship with the family, your relationship with your friends, keep it tight relationship with your friends, the relationship that you have with the family, meaning not only your family, but their family as well. And it goes with the friends as well. The fucking part, the fucking part has to still be satisfied. And I believe Sean touched on this when he said about the 3 months, every 3 months we sit down and we have the structured meeting with suits and ties and shit. And I'm just fucking with you. And we say, hey, how's the pussy today? And shit like so, but all right. So, and then there comes the finance. You know what I mean? The financial aspect. You know what I mean? You hold it up your bargain. You know what I mean, with the finances. Now, for Atula, the finance part may be just going out on a date. Motherfucker, I paid for the last meal or whatever, or, huh?
I don't pay for meals.
All right, so I see, there it is. That's it.
You don't
That's
remember
the
that?
financial aspect. That's the finance. Yeah, I forgot who I was talking to. Sorry, Atula. But check it. That's the agreement. That's the financial agreement. Like, yo, you got to have the bread to pay for this meal. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So financial agreements. So the 4 F's. What do you guys think? Now, I'm gonna ask you guys to go ahead and take the lead on this one. This is real talk because I don't want to interfere with it because somebody may have this knee-jerk reaction thought, you know what I mean? I don't want to stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone and let you guys sort it out who goes first and whatever have you. But what do you guys think about this 4 F's thing? Is it true? Does it have some truth to it? Can you remix it like Sean did with the Pollyanna shit? No, I'm just fucking. I didn't mean to fuck up your jaw. You know what I mean? But the remix. What is it? Poly something? I don't know.
Go ahead,
what is
Sean.
It, Sean? Polyamory. Yeah, all right. Polyamory. He remixed that joint though. He put some scratch on it. But all right. So the 4 F's. Do you guys subscribe to the 4 F's? Is there some things like, I'll take a little bit of this, take this out, twist it, flip it over here, shit like that? What do you guys think?
Well, I know for me, back when I was, in one of the different lifestyles, when it came
wait a minute. One of the different lifestyles. What lifestyle was you in? What lifestyle did you subscribe to?
You weren't paying attention?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I didn't hear what you were saying. You said
we was talking about the same thing.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, you can rewind this motherfucker all you want to.
You
didn't specifically say anything.
No, I did. What to say? When Candace was doing this, when Candace was talking about the swing lifestyle, I participated in that early on in my life, so I know all about that.
You didn't say, but see, nah. I'm not gonna let you get that off. You didn't say any specifics, man.
Everybody else saw it.
Tape. You could do all that shit.
Everybody else got it.
Whatever. Go ahead.
But I know in that type of situation, when you're dealing with that, a lot of that stuff, that's just between y'all two. That doesn't have anything to do with anyone else that comes involved with it, other than the fact that y'all are going to be friends. You know what I mean? So they don't got to deal with nothing about your finance. They don't got to deal with, well, I guess
I'm talking about is
sex part, obviously,
but F's a factor. Is the four F's a factor?
And I don't know how much of it. I don't know how much of it would really be a factor in that type of lifestyle. I know for me right now, because I don't participate in the lifestyle anymore now. For me, it's very important for all of those. Okay. You know, as just in a monogamous relationship, it's very important for all of those. You know, I don't know, Candace, how do you feel about that?
I think that everything is connected, and it's more so, it's not really about open relationships. It's just about relationship, period. If you are in a relationship, okay, and all four of those should be a factor, you have to make time for family. You have to make time for, as far as finances and stuff, I know as being a part of that lifestyle at the time, we had a budget. We had a monthly budget because it's like, listen.
Because you gotta like.
We still
had to pay for parties and drinks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. I mean,
I used to have parties, so I'm not.
Budget?
Do you have a sneaker budget?
No,
you have a pocketbook budget. Do you like video games? Do you have a budget for your computers? Whatever your hobby is, do you have a budget?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
You love clothes. All right, I know I can't spend $200 this month on clothes. I'ma chill. It's a budget.
Yeah, and then when people go to the bar and stuff like that,
so don't go outside of your depth. Yeah, and if you know that you got $1,000 to spend on a month or 500, whatever, don't go over that. Stick to your budget. And you had a budget with your all finances are discussed because we were in a relationship. This wasn't just somebody that I hooked up with at the time. Like, we were involved in every aspect of our lives. So that was never an issue. Family, we always made time for family. And I'm sorry, what was the friends? We made time for friends. It's just sometimes when you're in that, you have like-minded people, your friends kind of shift. You still have those old friends and you just may spend less time with them, but you tend to, in that particular community, you hey, let's just have what they call like a vanilla event. We can go out to the movies or we can go out to dinner, but it's just us spending time together. And then we say, hey, listen.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Yeah.
I don't know.
Vanilla is a non.
We dealing with this slow class. You got to break it down. Dude, come on. Vanilla.
You got it?
Yeah, so vanilla is anything outside of the lifestyle. So let's say I'm involved with someone and we are friends with you, Herb, but you're not in the lifestyle. So we say, oh, we're going out. We want to hang out with Herb tonight. We're going bowling. Cool. We're going bowling. We have fun. We laugh it up. That's a vanilla event. That's us having a non-lifestyle event.
So y'all got flavors with this shit?
It's only two flavors. Either get vanilla or you in a lifestyle. That's
this shit is this y'all educating the shit out of me.
Well, it's a whole lot of levels to the lifestyle.
It's a lot of levels. It's a lot of levels.
I'm gonna tell you, Candace, you should really start teaching the slow class because you're a good slow class teacher. You really are, because I'm listening. I'm learning.
He means just teach him. He's
no, I don't want to learn this shit. No, I'm good. I know with vanilla, chocolate, all that other shit. I know what all that shit is.
Yeah, but it's just that's what we would do with you. And then a non-vanilla, a lifestyle event would be, hey, me and my person, all right, we're going to go meet up with somebody, and we know that the intention is to have sex, or we're going to go to a party with all lifestyle people, and if something happens, cool. If something doesn't, cool. That's all.
Got you. So you, all right. So Atula.
So the 4 F's.
You with the 4 F's.
Yeah,
you with that being balanced.
But I never thought about it. It was just is. It's just that's just how
I'm with you. It was just some research that I came upon, And I said, all right, well, I'm gonna present it to them and see what the hell they see. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go to Atula. Atula, first of all, I love the shit out of Atula. You know what I mean? And I had to check on the plant, and that's a whole different story. We'll talk about the plant.
We gotta talk about this background. I've been looking for one of those too, yo.
Hey, according to your story, you was part of the fucking background before. Yeah, we'll talk about that shit later.
What?
Well, anyway, Tula, the 4 Fs. Do you think that they are important? Are they factors? Are they important factors in any type of? I know you don't call it a relationship. You just call it a some serial shit. You know what I mean? I'm fucking you for right now, and you the now for, you know what I mean, until later, like type of shit. But go ahead.
For me, it's not necessarily a factor because it's very compartmentalized. You know, chances are, number one, I mean, you're someone that I'm spending that type of time with. You're going to be someone that if I chose to, that, you know, I would be able to bring around my friends and family. You know, I'm not going to sit and repeatedly deal with someone that I know, okay, this is not someone I can bring around my family. Like, you're just not going to be someone that I invest, you know, spend time with, even though I may or may not end up with you. Friends, you know, it's not something that we're going to go out. You're not necessarily going to meet my friends. You may, probably not, but there's been times where they've met my friends, and just to get, you know, their feel on it. And it's like, okay, what do you think about this person? This is a person that I'm hanging out with. You know, it's not anything serious right now, but what do you think about them? But it's not a given that they're going to be around my friends. And if they do meet them, it's usually like a one-time thing or kind of something in passing. You know, fucking, I mean, that's the gist of the relationship. So of course it's going to be, I mean, that's the whole focus. And then finances, it's not a factor too much because it's separate. You know, if we go out, it's, you know, chances are I'm not asking you to go out. If I do, then, you know, I would probably pay, but chances are I'm not going to necessarily ask. Now, if you're like, you know what, I want to take you out, let's go do this, then yes, of course, I'm expecting you to pay.
Because finances is a factor there.
But it's not necessarily a factor because it's a factor, but it's a minor factor.
Okay.
Because chances are, you know, our relationship or non-relationship, it's built up, you know, of course we enjoy each other, but it's not a relationship where it's like, oh, we're going out to events together. I'm not taking you to necessarily a work event, or you're not coming, I'm not going to your work event. We're not, you know, you're not courting me. We're not dating like that. So it's not something where we're going out a lot. So it's like, it's one of those rare occasions. It's like, we'll go out here and there, but for the most part, it's movie night, it's Netflix and chill. So
I ain't gonna hold you. I've been that dude before. You know, I've been that dude before where, put it this way, you know what I mean? We had a stint where my girlfriend, who is now my wife, we broken up, you know what I mean? And we were still having sex. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of, you could correct me if I'm wrong, is we were still having sex with, and I'm actually want to go into, I want to go deeper into this later on and ask about this particular part, because we were familiar with each other, and it was like, yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of situation. But I knew I was still, well, I mean, and now I know she was still emotionally attached as well. But I mean, the ultimate, one of the major contributing factors to us continuing to have that contact was that we were familiar with each other. You know what I mean? And we knew, you know what I'm saying? We knew what was what, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I could say I was that dude, like, you know what I mean, that was supposed to shut the fuck up and you know, just play the cut, you know what I mean, before.
Sean, what about you?
So the 4 Fs do play a little bit of a role.
Sean's got a interesting situation. I like to hear about this because your dynamic is man, like you have a family, man. Like, you know,
if my monogamous friends are watching right now, they rolling their eyes because this is all I talk about. Give me some drinks and we talk about this because it's so frustrating. It's actually a lot more like you, Rome. It's It's very serious. I take it very serious. I would even add an extra F, faith. And it's frustrating because when me and my girl were more, I would say more like Candace, we were just out having fun. It was, we took it serious, but it was, we're going to do this and we leave it out. It was no stress, no pressure. But ever since we've been trying to add someone to the family, it's, the requirements go up. So things that we used to let slide, we can't let slide anymore. There's a lot of women that act like they're interested in a couple and they really just need a place to live.
You know what?
They don't got a job.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
So the finance thing is serious. I'm old school. People call me a caveman. I personally would just rather work myself and they stay with the family, have fun and get it warm for daddy when I get home. But my woman likes to work. So if I could meet somebody who actually likes to stay home and take care of the house, that would be amazing for our particular relationship. But the other stuff is frustrating. My last 2 relationships, the girls left because of friends and family. And I'm just not attracted to children mentally and obviously early. And you know my social media. That's me in real life. That's me.
You said you're not attracted to what?
To children mentally, like
Mentally.
a kid.
Kid mindsets.
Me and this woman, we're exchanging I love yous, but I don't want my dad to find out I'm dating you guys. I don't got time for that. You're a kid.
I hear that. I hear that, man. I hear that. And
that goes right into the next question, actually.
Huh?
That goes right into the next question, actually.
Well, go ahead, Ken.
Is how does the family, accept these lifestyles or relationships that we choose, Sean? How does your family take it?
You probably met her a long time ago. You might not remember. My mom is the biggest Christian, the biggest judgmental, mean, still will slap me upside my head to this day. So if I can overcome that and look at her, tell her I can't accept anybody else scared of their family or scared of whatever. My mom thinks I'm a heathen that's gonna bust hell wide open. And everybody else,
you busting a lot of shit wide open. It ain't
everybody in my family think I'm so cool or I'm a pimp, and they're both wrong. And my family is. I've always been exactly who I am. I just finally found an actual person to agree with me and come along with the ride. But I was 10 years old, 3 girlfriends. So I've always been exactly like this. So my family's not too surprised, actually.
I got you. How about your woman's family? How do they deal with it?
That's a little different. Ronnie was scared to her mom's on my Facebook and we're on a date with a chick and we're both kissing her. And I put the picture up, but her family, they're Native American. They're not like an East Coast Black family. As soon as we walked through the door, what the hell was that shit? Her mom beating around the bush and it's an awkward Christmas and everybody's kind of wondering what's going on. And I'm like, hey mom, that's my girlfriend and that's your daughter's girlfriend. And it's one of those things where, I learned my lesson. That was not my place to tell my girl's business. And I got put in my place really quick. But it's just so frustrating that my grown woman, who is a mother of a human being, is worried about what someone else thinks. But now that it's out there, it's all good. It's all love. Everybody loves us.
How about Candace? How about yourself?
I feel as though my business is my business, so I don't bring anybody into my situation. I keep my child out of that. That has nothing to do with my child. And as far as she's concerned, I'm in a relationship with this person, a monogamous relationship with that person. That's who she'll see, and we don't bring anything in our home. So I just like to keep that in its place and keep this here.
So you keep it completely separate, and they don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Atula?
It's pretty much it's very, compartmentalized, I do get a lot from my family where they're constantly like, well, who are you seeing? And it's just like, typically I'll tell them no one, because it's not anyone that I'm not in a serious relationship with this person. I'm not, exclusive with this person. So I may just be like, I have a friend, or my friend that I hang out with, my friend that I spend time with. And it's typically, kind of a universal thing where I may meet someone, meet their family or friends in passing, but it's not something where it's like, it's just someone that they, I'm that casual girl that they spend time with, or someone that they see, or a friend. But it's not, that's their girlfriend, or, oh, that's the person that they're spending, whatever. No one really knows. But I do get a lot of grief from my family where it's like, oh, well, when are you going to settle down, or don't you want this or that or the other? And it's like, no, I'm content with where I'm at. And if I meet someone where I feel like it needs to be, an exclusive thing where it's like, that's my person, then that's a totally different thing. But in the meantime, I'm not stressed to find that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Understood, totally. Now, do you find that society is extremely judgmental, or how do you feel as though society nowadays, society either welcomes or not?
I think that it's changing, honestly. I think we're at a point right now where stuff is really starting to move towards, a lot more of a positive outlook on differences of way of life. It's like 10 years ago, you forget about it. You couldn't tell nobody about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even 5 years ago, it was still kind of like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but now you got people that's, you could get into an argument with somebody, and then somebody out of nowhere be like, so what? That's their business. Like that happens.
Real
actually,
talk.
I was actually one of those people that did that before. You know what I mean? But people will do that. So I think it's like society operates in streams of thought. So if you're from a certain stream of thought or a line of thinking, then you're still going to be that way. If you're still, hardcore, like old school Christian, you're not going to accept none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you are a little more open, a little more liberal on certain things, like, you probably going to be all right. And sometimes it goes by regions as well. Down south, they probably going to be like, what the hell you talking about? You go over to Seattle, you know what I'm saying? It's probably like, yo, come on in. Tell me about it. How was it?
Yeah.
You got any pictures? All
right.
I definitely agree with that. There's a 1.7 million petition of people trying to get Facebook to change their algorithm to where if we're not dating someone right now, but when we were, of course, to me, it doesn't mean anything, but it was a big deal. Our girlfriend couldn't put dating me and Ronnie.
Oh, at the same time, because you can only date one person.
Yeah, so there's this big
that's interesting.
Millions of people want it changed. Why can we, you can show different genders, you can show different sexual orientations, but I can't show that I'm in love with two people. And just little things like that you don't think of. And like I said,
that means how and why does that, like, what? Nah, you know what? I'm not going to ask that question, because I was going to say, why does that mean, so much? But that's I can see why that means something.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you actually, that is your relationship.
It's the recognition.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the acknowledgement of both of your relationship. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back, and I understand totally now.
Okay.
What about you, Candace?
I do agree that it is becoming a little more acceptable, but it's kind of hard at the same time, because I feel like just me observing other people, even within different relationships like this, I feel like it's two different, you're seeing two different people or two different scenarios. Like I actually have, like we were talking about Christianity and all that stuff, I have tons of people that was raised in the church, all this different stuff, and they will be in a group setting. Oh yeah, that's crazy, that's disgusting, that's this, that's that. And I won't say anything because I'm not gonna blow up their spot, but I'm like, okay, you have a whole girlfriend, she got a boyfriend and everything. You was at one of my parties, but I just be like, you know. So I feel like it's starting to be not like a fad, but it's more acceptable on the outside, where people are saying, well, you know what, these are my loved ones, let me try to understand them, let me try to see their point of view. But I feel like it's still a struggle with people that are actually in the actual situation.
Yeah, it's
I got you. I got you. I understand to an extent, because you said it's a struggle with it, but you talking about some people that's hiding this shit. You talking about some people like what Sean was saying, like you don't want the outside world to, not you, but them people don't want the outside world to know what they doing and so on and so forth. And truth be told, it's not nobody's business. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't got your eye on my motherfucking wife, you know what I mean, trying to pull me into the shit. No, word is bond. I'm gonna defend you. I'm gonna be like what King says, none of your business. Like when somebody say trying to pour some holy water on your forehead or something, I'm gonna tell them stop. You know what I mean? You need to pour on your own fucking forehead. And I see you in the backyard or such, you know, and doing what you was doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead
Let me add on to what
that shit. You know what I mean?
Let me add on to what Candace was saying real quick, because there's something I just dealt with, just hypocritical behind covers, but within the communities. One of the wildest things I ever seen in my life was, you know, the gay movement and everything they've been through and all the things they've faced. I watched some gay women bash a bisexual woman, my woman, for being greedy. She's greedy, make a choice. So,
I heard about this.
Are you kidding me though?
No, yes.
I couldn't believe it.
I heard about this. It's the weirdest thing. I do not understand it.
I don't get that.
I don't get that. I can't understand it. There are women out there. Well, I'm not sure if it's just women, but there are people from that, from the gay lesbian community that have a problem with people that are bisexual.
What do you mean got a problem with it?
They feel like they need to pick a side. Like
they need to pick a side. Like you
need to be gay or you need to be straight.
Or gay.
Okay. So it is that person. It is that person who would probably be quote unquote appalled when a pastor says that they should not be what they are.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just stating some factual shit here. But what I'm saying is that, like, bro, I'm with you 100%. You know what I mean? You over at the barbecue. Just don't, as long as we, like, if you ain't saying, yo, her, come on, let's join the lifestyle and trying to eye my wife down and shit like that. Like, see, that's out of bounds and that goes a totally different way. So, but what I'm saying is that people should mind it. I think people should mind it. But yeah, I think it's not to be disrespectful or anything. I just think it's different. I don't want to use because the word that came to my mind was weird, but I didn't want to say weird. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm just telling you what was on my mind. Okay. But I think it's different. You know what I mean? And I'll get it. I'll get into the male aspect, like the male part of me. You know what I mean? And then what, the whole pick a side thing, you know what I mean? Or pick a life thing. You know what I mean? Because as a young man and as a man, period, you know what I mean? We look, and I said on the last episode, the bonus episode where, my faith says it's okay to look, you know what I mean? One time, You know what I mean? You look again, then you're looking for Satan now, meaning that you're looking to say, all right, now you sizing whatever up. You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole pick, not a side thing, but pick a life you want to live. I do understand that part. Do I side with that particular person? No, I say mind your motherfucking business. You know what I mean? I will tell you that. Like, come on, dog. You it's somebody's business. That's their business. As long as your shit don't affect or don't even attempt to affect my lifestyle, I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? Try these chicken wings. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot. I don't eat wings no more because of shit.
I'll take them.
Said on this.
I'll take the drums.
All right, you can go ahead and have that.
Drums.
But
drums.
Real shit. Like I feel you. I understand where you coming from, Sean. Yeah, I understand where you coming from, Candace. I definitely understand where you come from, Atula. We are not strangers like now. You know what I mean? We family. You know what I mean? Tula been I explained Tula been on this platform several times. This is not, you know, me and King's platform. This is our platform. You know what I mean? You guys are stuck now. Candace and Sean, y'all stuck. Y'all are part of the community.
All right.
Well, you know I want to know, Atula, because Atula didn't get to answer the question.
I'm sorry.
What are your thoughts on the way society views like open relationships now?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't feel any pressure from it because it's you know, considered within the quote unquote, you know, normal or expected kind of spectrum. The only pressure I think I get is when people were like, well, you know, then what's the purpose? Why are you continuing to spend time with this person? Or, you know, why not go and continue to date and find someone that you want to be with, you know, that's an official relationship or that is, you know, a committed relationship. Why just be casual? You know, there's this expectation that if you're seeing someone or spending time or dating, that there's an expectation that it's leading to, you know,
something else,
marriage or something. And so I do, you know, get a little bit of, well, not a little bit, a lot of that pressure, especially as a woman. It's an expectation that that's what you should be chasing.
That's their expectation, though, right?
What happened?
They're trying to put their expectations on you then.
Yeah.
Right, but it's a big part of societal expectation.
Big part of society, and you know, as if I were a man, and you know, to be a man and to be single and to continue to be single and be, you know, serially single. It's no big deal. It's like, oh, they're just a confirmed bachelor. But if you're a woman, it's like, oh, what's wrong with her? And why doesn't she? And you know, you should want this. And
that's society's expectations.
Yeah, and so that's the only real pressure that I get, and it's, you know, this one of those things that a lot of people don't understand, that it's not that I have an aversion to it. It's just that some people will say, well, you know what, it's your standards are too high. And I'm like, my standards aren't too high, they're perfectly fine, but in the meantime, you know, this is someone that I see value in. They're a decent person, they're a good person, I enjoy spending time with them, but we're not two people that it's meant to be forever. We're not two people that are meant to go and be married or to be together forever, because it's just we're not.
Got you.
But we're good for right now. We're good as friends, and you know, I value this person. I enjoy spending time with them, not just on a sexual point of view, but you know, that is there. But I don't feel like I get the same type of judgment. It's a different type of judgment, and it's not necessarily based on the lifestyle. I think it's more of a gender thing. It's, you know, as a woman, you're expected to have this.
Yeah, just gender expectations. Yeah, of society. That's why I said that was society's expectations. That gender expectation thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you shouldn't. You know, it's okay for him to be fucking, but your legs should be open for so many times.
Exactly.
Okay. And if they are open, they should be open with a purpose, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And I got what you're saying.
But it's like, and then it's like, you know, again, I get, you know, the comments, well, what's the purpose? And it's like, well, for me, you know, if I were to go
get my shit on.
if I were to go and do it a different way, where it was like, okay, I'm not going to be, just with this one person, then there would be a different judgment of, oh, well, you're a whore because you're out here with different men.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, I enjoy, we do have a connection where I enjoy this person as a person, and we talk and we share things and we have a good, friendship.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, why jump around if I could just spend time with this one person, even though we can both acknowledge that we're not each other's forever person. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I can see your lifestyle, and this is coming from just me. I can see your lifestyle, Atula, being more accepted, right, by society than Sean and Candace's, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
that's what she was saying,
your lifestyle was just basically, look, I'm single. Me and this dude, like, he familiar ding-a-ling. I'm fucking with him. He all right. He's cool. You know what I mean? We ain't got no flavors, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, orange flavor. None of that shit. We ain't got none of that. You know what I mean? We just got to understand it. Like, look, brother, you know what I mean? You fuck with somebody else, like, holler at me. You know what I mean? I want you bring, so on and so forth, whatever. Right? So, but Sean, on the other hand, he got a family of, this my girl and this my girl on Facebook. I want this shit to be split because I don't want her to be jealous because one week I gotta claim you and the other week I gotta claim her. I need Facebook. Zuckerberg gotta do something about this shit. You know what I mean? Because he got me arguing in the kitchen and shit. You know what I mean? So and then Candace, on the other hand, she's in her business, minding her business. The thing is that the similarity that I see between those two, and I do know or not know, if not know, no. I am educated on there being more different lifestyles. You know what I mean? But the similarities I see with Sean and Candace is that there is the crazy thing about it. This is the crazy thing about it, right? There's more of society's expectations within their relationships. But your Atula relationship, right, is more accepted by society than theirs are. But theirs is more quote unquote normal to society than if you really sit here and think about it, because they do have this connection other than sex. You know what I mean? Like Candace, that's her man. You know what I'm saying? And Sean, this is his women. Like they legitimately love, and you like, look, we serial fucking. You know what I mean? But society is more. I don't know. It's me knowing society. You know what I mean? I'm here, COVID-19 in this fucking box office. You know what I'm saying? But me knowing society at once, I would say that your relationship, you know what I mean, would probably be something that's that's just regular shit. She just, trying to find, Mr. Right. Until Mr. Right come along, then she fucking him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that me being married for 18 years, going on 19 this year, I understand that there's love and there's more of a connection involved in Sean and Candace's lifestyles. Does this make sense? Mm-hmm. So, and it's crazy that society and Atula, I respect Atula, and I respect actually everybody on this platform. The thing is that we gotta understand that we are going to have to come to an understanding of what the fuck is in front of us and not be so judgmental on what's going on.
Well, that's
You know
a lot of that's a lot of
as
times
as a community. Yeah,
that's what happens. What a lot of times what happens is people, you know, the normal thing. You don't understand something, so you create your own judgments about it, you know, and you don't really talk to people. There are a lot of things, like for instance, with the swing lifestyle. Okay, you have no idea how many different aspects of that there are, because there are so many different ways that you interact with people, and then all those things have different sets of rules also. All right. So you got, like, for instance, the situation that I was in before was like, you know, me and the girl that I was dating at the time, we were a couple, and then she also liked girls. Right. So that's the only thing that we did was we hollered at girls to come in and play. All right. With us three, but there was never no dudes that came in. There are people that do the same, like,
so it wasn't no one set girl. It wasn't no one set girl.
It wasn't no one. It was a couple of them. You make friends, and then you make new friends, and then those new friends make new. Like, you know, so you make new friends. But there are other couples that'll do what's called like full swap. So now you got a man and a woman who will swap man and women. So now the man is messing with the girl from the other couple, and the girl from that couple is messing with the man from the other couple. So now it's like everybody flip flop, and then it goes more than that. You know what I'm saying?
There gotta be rules.
Yeah, and there's rules. There's different
I'm not
rules
taking
for
one
all
for
of
the
that.
team.
Right.
Wait a minute. What's that? What's that? Wait a minute. What's
I'm
that?
not taking one
Hold
for
on.
the team.
Talk to me. What you talking about? I'm all ears.
Meaning, my significant other. Hey, what you think about her? I think she's beautiful. Okay. Is she involved? Oh yeah, that's her husband right there. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
All right. I got you. I got you.
Right.
I want that person in any type of way, like, oh, I could get it, but I have to be attracted to them.
I got you.
Their face, their character, their personality, something. And I don't want him to do that for me either. I might say, like, a guy might approach me or you know, whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of feeling him, but then I look at his face and I already know he ain't feeling her. I'm like, oh, well, it's nice meeting you. Like, I'm not taking one for the team, and I'm not gonna make you. It has to be enjoyable for everybody.
Okay.
Or else there's
That's
no
the rule. That's the rule. That's
yeah.
what it is. You know, everybody's got to be enjoying themselves. You know what I mean?
I got that. All right. So, here's a question, and of course, this question is for all you guys. And I do wanna ask every last one of you guys to really give something on this. If there was one thing that you would like the community to know about the particular lifestyle that you subscribe to, right? That would probably help them and educate them. Like, Candace, you good with educating the slow class, so I need you to break it down to the slow class. So if there was one thing that you could say to the community to actually lessen the anxiety or lessen the judgmental or whatever, I don't have those big words like King. With the lesson that I told you talk to the slow class, but listen, the lesson, the whole judgmental part, you know what I mean? What would that one thing be? What would you say about the lifestyle you subscribe to educate that particular person, to either shut them up or lessen their, you know, bias and shit or whatever?
I feel that everybody is entitled to love and be loved the way that they desire to be loved. And for me or anyone else to put a judgment on it puts me in a place of God, and none of us are God.
Okay. Well, that was you just shut me the fuck up. Like I'm shutting the fuck up. All right. Anybody else? I got Tula, John, what's up? King, you know, since you know you was dangling too.
Well, I mean, even
you caught that. Tula caught that shit. She's a
I know.
I think we all caught
it. I had to throw that shot that way. But go ahead, anybody, go ahead and shoot.
I think that people need to, you know, and I think it's coming, like I said before, but you need to bolster your understanding on
there you go with this shit.
Bolster.
It's not. It's just a.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. No, just go ahead. Go ahead, because you now you gonna get somebody to understand this shit. But I'm gonna tell you straight out, you ain't gonna get others to understand this shit. But go ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You need to bolster your understanding.
Yeah. Bolster, to add to, expand, or uphold.
Yeah, you all right. All right.
You need
I boast about mine. I don't if that's
okay.
What the fuck it mean.
You need to expand your understanding. How's that?
Why you ain't say that shit?
Because I said bolster.
Huh? All right, just go ahead, man. Go ahead with these stupid ass words. Go ahead.
Oh my God. All right. So like, you need to bolster or expand your understanding on exactly what it is that people are doing if you want to be able to communicate and not just be, fearful or judgmental about it, and I think it's going that way. I think people are starting to gain more understanding because you can now just jump online and see it. Before it was like they doing that over there. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, I can actually read about this. There's an article here. There's an article there. There's people talking about it here and they're open about it. There's videos where you can get on and see people living it and expressing it, So my thing was whatever lifestyle that that people are living, just expand on your understanding about it before you try to make judgments on it.
All right.
Sean.
In this day and age where everyone's trying to be equal and make sure everything's fair, which is awesome, I think we've lost the definition of preference. So I get a lot of people saying things like, I'm manipulating my woman or I'm using her. Why is she with a woman? Why can't you bring a man in? And it's just like, a man and a woman have anal sex. The man's the giver, the woman's taking it, and they both agree, and they're both getting pleasure from it. What does that mean? She has to come in with a 10-inch dildo tomorrow and do me? I don't like that. That's not what I'm into. My woman agrees and wants to be with another woman. That's our preference. There's no using going on. Just like Candace said, trust me, there's been many a women that I beg my woman, you don't see what I see? And she's like, bruh, she ugly, or her attitude's ugly, and she wasn't feeling it. And in the 9 years we've been together, one time she was into a guy, and my preference, hey, that's not, when I met you, I told you I'm looking for two women. I don't want to be with a, but I still took the L and see where it goes.
You said what?
I took the L and told her to see where that goes because I felt like she's been going down this journey with me, but I had to let her know I'll see if it's something I can deal with. But I told you when I met you, I'm looking to be in a relationship with two women. I'm just not, I don't want to come home to her and another guy. It's just my twist. So people look at that as hypocritical when it's just my preference. Now, if I surprised her, surprise, don't bring a man home, that would be fucked up. But I told her from day one what I'm into.
I got you.
So, I just feel like people, like he said, they're not expanding their boundaries. They're not interested in knowing the intricacies. They just want to throw a judgment on you.
I got you. Cool.
I don't have too much to say. I mean, I feel like, I don't get the same pushback, so it's not as big of a deal, but just, just everyone being a little bit more open and understanding and respectful of other people's choices and not questioning like, well, why aren't you, and, you're not getting younger and you need to do this. And this is what, you need to do what everyone else is doing. And because it's what works for them, and just understanding and trusting that I, know me enough to make sound decisions for myself for what works for me. And just because it's not something that you could understand or that you would do, to just not have that judgment or have those expectations based on what what you want or what you feel I should want as a person of a certain age, as a woman, as this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
And just, understanding that people, everyone wants to have, self-determination where they decide for themselves what's best for them. And respecting those boundaries and respecting that people, are aware of what it is that they desire for themselves.
Wow.
Amen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to give it an amen, but what I will do is I will say that I am now probably less judgmental of open relationships. You know what I mean? The thing is that I'll keep it 100 with you. Here's me. I'm not going to ever, as a man, I'll tell you, as a man, it would probably be nice, you know what I mean, to lay down, you know what I mean, doing, with that. The thing is that when my emotional attachment is to one and then the other, you know what I'm saying? Now it opens the door for me. You know what I mean? For me, it opens the door for possible bullshit down the road. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Another thing is that I have 2 daughters. I would not want my daughters to be one of your wives, Sean.
Okay.
Because of my expectations of what I want for my children. Is it ignorant? Is it selfish? Has a lot of ignorant and selfish components to. No, it does.
I'm a father. That is not ignorant.
It has. I didn't say it was totally ignorant. I said it has some ignorant components, ignorant and judgmental components to it. Because I am now saying that I'm going to predict that. That's like me saying, all right, my son is going to do what I do for a living or something like that. You know what I mean? Of course, it's going beyond that, but just to say, yeah, it's a judgmental thing. My thing is that I'm more educated on what other people want and like how it's not like society's expectations of people. And another thing that I'm educated on is that you mean to tell me how far the LGBT community has fought for their rights. You got a motherfucker that quote unquote subscribe to the LGBT community telling somebody else that they being selfish and all that other shit. Like, yo, sit your ass down. Cause I'm gonna tell you, you getting, your people getting shot and judged less than mine is. You know what I mean? And this is factual shit.
There's hypocrites in every walk of life. So I say, yeah, you can find hypocrites in every walk of life too.
No, I'm with you on that. The thing is I think me per se, I think the community benefits from having an episode like this. Mm-hmm. I think that we do have the opportunity to be educated more on what open relationships are. And truth be told, like me, my thing is when the motherfuckers say they in an open relationship and you come over to my barbecue with 2 of your wives, I'm like, motherfucker, what you doing? You ain't you ain't trying to hug on my wife with their kids and shit like that, start recruiting and shit like this. This is in my mind. I'm thinking it's some freak shit. Like these motherfuckers is freaks. Fuck away from me, freak. You know what I mean? So, but now that you educate me on it, there is a different component with that. Like you ain't trying to even go outside your zone because of the understanding and boundaries that you have with your family. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Atula is like, nah, I'm not just running around just with my legs open everywhere. Like, no, it's this the dude I'm dealing with. No, he probably doesn't even have a chance to be my husband. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, yo, we dealing with each other and it's a safe situation. High five, you know, if you fucking with somebody else, let me know, you know, and I'll make my decision then. Candace, in a relationship with somebody, has understanding, just like everybody else has understanding. She ain't taking nothing for the team, you know what I mean? And it just is what it is. Like, look, you know, she all right, but boy ain't, you know, boy just getting his off, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened. Understood. King, never knew you was involved in any of that. You know what I mean?
That was a while ago.
I look at you different? No, I don't look at it no different or whatever. It just is what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to be with my wife and only my wife. I'm choosing to love my wife and only my wife. I'm gonna ask you not to be judgmental with me. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to attempt hard as shit not to be judgmental with you.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. All right. So, of course, you know, a beautiful gathering like this has to eventually come to an end. But before it does, I myself and King are going to ask for closing comments. What's your thoughts? What do you think about this platform? What do you think about this conversation? Is it necessary? Do you feel like we should, you know, have, you know, educated in this way or what? But just anything come to your mind. Closing comment.
Candace.
They say people perish for a lack of knowledge. And it's just good to know about your surroundings and things that you could be exposed to, the different types of lifestyles that you could be exposed to. Just because I have a psychology background, I like to get inside people's head. I like to see where you're coming from. So I just want to understand you. So platforms like this just helps me to get a better understanding of people. It helps me to not look at you differently in a bad way, but just broaden my horizons and, you know, just get understanding.
Gotcha. 100%. Yeah,
absolutely. Atula.
I guess just in closing, it's just reminding people to just be open-minded and understanding of other people's life choices. And if you have, you know, everyone has a choice on how they respond to other people. You don't have to like it, but respect it. And just, you know, approach people with kindness and understand that everyone's going through their own thing and everyone's just trying to live their life the best that they can and to be happy. And, you know, take that into consideration and respect other people's choices.
Gotcha.
Agreed. Sean, big bro.
All right. I want to shout out and give a little, get on my soapbox for polyamory real quick and just say, I am not lacking anything if me and my woman never find our third. And I shit you not, we are content to the fullest, which is why we don't have someone, because we won't settle one iota. I am happy. It would be icing on the cake. I already got the cake. And that's the biggest misconception. You're not happy with your woman or you need more or whatever. And, you know, not to put my woman on blast. Honestly, for me, it's all about the finding another nerd that likes to read, likes to go to movies. My girl don't like to read. My girl don't like comic book movies. You know what I mean? Finding someone to fill that hole. When it comes to the sexual thing, that's my girl. She on that. She grabbing them and do it. I want someone to go on trips with and do all that. But as far as content, I got my children. I got my woman. It is just, my heart is so full that I feel like I can give and get from another human being. That's it.
Gotcha.
Well, I know that this was I knew it was going to be a good topic, you know, and I'm glad it was the first one out the gate, man. So I appreciate all of y'all for coming on, you know, and educating our brother Herb Elder Herb. You know, and I'm sure that we're gonna have some conversations about this one later.
It's gonna be a lot of conversation. And you know, go ahead. I'm sorry, King. Go ahead.
Nah, it's all cool. You know, but it was very informative, and I'm glad that you know, we assembled the crew that we had, because everybody spoke from a different angle.
Right.
And I'm gonna be very honest with you, I did not expect it to go as well as it did with the 3 different types that we had. And I'm just really grateful for all of y'all coming out. And you know, I really think that we opened some eyes, man. You know, I think that this is going to be very educational, and we're going to have some fun with putting this one out on Valentine's Day.
Most definitely. Hey, listen, my closing comments are, I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, a lot of fans of Elder are going to say, oh, why didn't you get into the safe sex thing? Why didn't you ask the questions of children? Why didn't you ask the expectations of others, questions, and so on and so forth? This wasn't about that. Mm-hmm. This was about strictly educating the community on what this shit is. You know what I mean? So now, I say in closing that I've come to a better understanding of things, and I still don't subscribe to open relationships. But guess what? I still love you, Atula. I still love you, Sean. I still love you, Candace, so on and so forth. Am I going to be, you know, subscribe to any of this shit? No, I just told you no. Am I going to be judgmental and to be totally against if any of my children, any of my loved ones, any of my nieces and nephews subscribe to it? Yeah. Am I going to protest it hard as I would, like, initially? No. Because I'm educated on what it possibly can be. You know what I mean? I'm educated on, you know, the specifics of things, and it doesn't make me fully comfortable with it, but it actually eases my pain just a little bit more. You know what I mean? So another hit is what I want to say, and way more to come. Family, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Family, I want to thank you guys for being so open on this platform and educating this community on open relationships. And I want to tell everybody, please, from the bottom of my heart, mind your motherfucking business. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, don't you go anywhere. Please subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff. Leave a message too, please. And please, yo, somebody told King I did this shit. I can't keep sneaking these intros and outros on if y'all keep telling, all right? Bam!